free-flowing conversation, but why don't you start with Natalia, a little bit about how you got involved with the film.
I was asked by the Marleys, very, very close to when this happened. This was the week of Bob Marley's birthday, February 6th in 2005, and I think I was asked like the first week of January to do it. That was Rita Marley's vision, actually, and her vision was to have an African Unite concert every February 6th on the same scale in every country on the continent, you know, which is a beautiful vision. It just needs a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, it's very interesting. Like, technically, if this film had been made 1 year later, it would look completely different, which is a little bit painful for me watching it. But it's also kind of a sweet achievement, because at that time, it was just pre-HD. So what you're watching is Panasonic 100A SD cameras that don't even sync up with one another. They don't speak to one another. Wow. And so the team of camera person, and also Ethiopia at that time had no film equipment at all. So everything had to be brought over. I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying a memory I had watching it, that I was with very intelligent people, camera people, including Malik Saeed and Arthur AJ and Kyle Kibbe, and really a great team of camera people. But because there were many things happening at the same time, as you could see, this was a week of activities, and also the fact that it's the only country in Africa that hasn't been colonized. So there's a through line of history that hasn't been aborted and hasn't been detoured and such. And you feel that, and you really feel history in every step, and there's a grace and an elegance and on and on. And so we were trying, you know, with our little Panasonic, you know, not on film. I had always worked in film prior to this, and loved film, and so in any case,
I thought there was like a aesthetic to it that was on purpose.
It was, yeah, you know, it was, yeah. It was.
And it kind of went with the scenery of Ethiopia, and like you said, kind of like the historical context, and like almost like how like your eye wanted to kind of fix on it, but it couldn't, and it's almost like you're trying to grasp all of this, but it's just too much to grasp in this one context.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you touched on that. Was the point.
Every time I see the work that you produce, you know, it's like, I guess, similar to the way the Motown sound represents the times of lives, Jamaican music, which is part of my culture. The legacy of Bob Marley, like, just is so strong, and it was hard to miss, you know, wherever you were in the world. I travel a lot, and as soon as I'm landing somewhere, it's in the airports, and there's so much history and so much telling and so much to look forward to, even in the midst of things perhaps not being ideally the way we would hope. But there's just so much to learn from the music that resonates with so many people all over the world. And I just know that films such as this will always be like a reservoir, you know, like a big fountain of learning from anyone who is exposed to it.
It's amazing that, I mean, really, he was carrying the message of Rastafari to the four corners of the earth. I mean, as much as, you know, for those who had ears to ear, like they hear it, and that was the message, and that's what, if you watch, there's an interview online called The Last Interview, and it really, really becomes really clear, like, that's what his whole essence of life is, you know. It did make me think when I was watching it today how, like, you know, you watch all these, like a VH1 documentary on Bob Marley, and you're going to learn about how many baby mothers he had, and how upset everyone is, and this and that, you know, and really what's nice about this film, it's all the things he loved, you know. He loved Africa, he loved His Majesty, he loved his family, he loved, you know, the vision of unity, and so we don't see a lot of Bob, but I think we see a bit through his eyes, you know, the world through his eyes and what inspired him.